Swift Flash sat. His clan wasn't doing very much at the time. I can tell you. He meowed to the traveler, but I guess he already got in his direction. Can you get your tail out of my face? Fawn Paw muttered. Now that the deputy was just grooming himself, and Leader obviously was talking to someone, Swift Splash decided just to go out hunting or something. He liked hunting. Swift Flash was a scar-covered, somewhat selfish Tom. He was very loyal, and he was a Maine Coon, But he did like to be by himself once in a while, even if he liked to be with his clan. Swift. He sat watching for a fish, making sure his shadow didn't show until he dove in face first, coming back with a large fish in his mouth. Swift Flash was one of the best hunters in the clan, and he didn't exactly let that hide whenever he was hunting with anyone else. He realized that dawn was coming, so he quickly sprinted back to his camp with the one large fish. That's what his favorite thing was about hunting just by himself, without the deputy's order. He didn't have to bring back a ton of different fish. He just had to bring back a few fish. He dropped it back at the fresh kill pile. What was the fresh kill pile, he thought. His clan was up and running once more, so he decided to see if the deputy wanted some patrols. I just hunted, but do you need me to go on patrol? Do you wish to go on patrol? Swift Flash just nodded. His deputy was sometimes so stupid. You can hunt for. Bring Seijai with you. He meowed. Alright. Alright. Swift flashed me back. Come on, hunting. Hunting. Come on, hunting, he meowed to Seijai. Oh, hunt. Okay, she mewed dully. He had just gone hunting. He had wished to go on a border patrol, now the warm weather and New Leaf, but he could do with another bit of hunting. Maybe show off his skills once more. He sat at the water looking for a fish, careful didn't see a shadow, until he dove in face first, coming back with a large fish. He did the same thing that he did last time, but he tried to make sure he didn't mess it up. He didn't want Seijai to think he was a bad hunter, of course. He ended up just doing the same thing over and over a few more times. Seijai was making progress too, but Swift Flash knew he was the best hunter in RiverGlen. After catching at least 4 fish, he decided that was enough. Should we head back? Alright, is that enough? Yeah. Yep. He grabbed his catch, he grabbed his stuff, and quickly sprinted off. His pelt was soaking wet, and he wasn't exactly pleased, but he was a river cat. He liked to swim, so he had to get used to. He would have to always be used to that. And well, even though he's been here for entire life, he felt like he wasn't. He dropped his prey in the small dirt. He walked over to see what on earth all the commotion was at camp. But nothing too important, so he just found a nice shady area where he could relax and groom his pelt. Swift Splash decided that he had hunted enough that he could get some prey. He grabbed a fat water bull. Now that New Leaf was here, prey was well, and they always had a full stomach. He began eating the nice bull. He ate his bull quickly, but in a bit more up the farther away from camp. You didn't need to be in the middle of camp with everyone talking to each other, and he didn't even know what was going on there, so he decided just to stay out of it. But it looked too interesting to miss out on. So carefully look up the seat next to Sage Eye. Just see what on earth is going on. What is going on, Sage Eye? He whispered. I'm not sure, she meowed back. Great, she's no help, he thought. Oh, at least he wasn't the only one that didn't know what was going on. He could hear them saying about high rocks, he thought. Very interesting, he heard one of the brownish goldish cats say. It's very cold, he shivered at the thought of the thin rain and cold weather. Swift Splash could tell what he was thinking. He had only been to Highstone when he had become a warrior, and it was cold and wet. Oh, but nothing that a river-climbing warrior wasn't ready for, but an apprentice, it was not easy. It's so difficult to catch birds. Now Swift Splash was very confused. What about birds? He thought this was Highstones. But the whole camp was here, so I guess. And all the different animals, I hear something about a giant cat just like us, but hundreds of times more furious. What were they talking about? Highstones didn't have that. He grinned. Yes. Ah, this was the traveler, he thought. The traveler was telling them about fake stuff about Highstones, he decided. Or were they talking about Highstone? Could they be talking about something else? Like the tribe that he had heard only stories about? But no, the tribe was only a myth. I think some of the cats call it Sharptooth. Sharptooth. That was from the tribe. But why Why were they talking about it now? Well, at least I guess he wasn't the only one confused. What the heck? Water lily bloom. Mute. The tribe was such a faraway place. And I think the tribe was only a myth, he decided to. He wanted to say that, but he knew he might he might offend some people, so he definitely did not necessarily fight with anyone. So he kept his mouth shut. We need men! Fast attack! It was a Shadow Clan warrior. My friend is dying! Swiftflash didn't know what on earth to say. But like a blink of the eye, the Shadow Clan warrior was gone. He hoped the young one would be fine, or to be alright. This traveler sure did have some interesting stories. Maybe Swiftflash will go there someday. Find out if the tribe is a real place or not. To be continued.